Hi, this is Selena with SelenaWorkConsulting.com. I hope that you're having a great and productive day. Wanted to stop in and give you some insight and information and hopefully make you feel a little bit smarter at the end of this around how to alleviate nervousness around interviewing. I'm kicking off a series. I'm going to tackle 2 points today for you. I could go on and on about interviewing and how to prepare for an interview, but I want to make sure that is concise and consumable as possible, and you'll see and hear from me again in the future. But the two of the things I wanted to talk to you about today was really around the fear of the unknown and the preparedness piece of the interview process. Those are two significant reasons why people have anxiety around interviewing. So let's start with the fear of the unknown first. So the fear of the unknown really, when you peel it back, is really associated with having concern or anxiety or nervousness around what questions the person that's interviewing you is going to ask, and not feeling like you have the answers to the test before you go into the test. That's a very natural concern. One of the things to get in front of is you always know they're going to ask you to tell me a little bit about yourself, or what prompted you to apply for this role, what drew you to this role. So you know they're going to ask you that. So you can put a pin in that and prepare for that. So I would advise anyone, be mindful of the jobs you apply for. I'm saying this because it's been times where I've applied for a job and a month and a half later, then you hear back and you forgot you applied for it, right? So you have to go back to your email and figure out what it was, and that's okay. But just be mindful. If you have to have a spreadsheet and you just make notes of jobs that you apply for and the companies and the name of the job, do that, at least so you can kind of have a starting point of searching in your email or whatever portal you use to rebrief yourself on the actual job description. So take that job description and you peel it apart. You take it 2-3 days prior to the interview and you look at it. You need to sit down and highlight key words, key buzzwords, things that they repeat over and over in the job description. Get 1 or 2 details associated with the company that you can parlay into it, and you can make that a question at the end of your interview. When they ask you, do you have any questions? You can make a question associated with something that is going on in the company. I guarantee that will impress them, because a lot of times, believe it or not, people leave an interview and they don't have any questions. And you can best believe that person that's interviewing you is making a note of it. Like, no questions? So it's okay to at least have 1 or 2. People are looking for you to have questions. If you're interviewing for something and you plan on getting that job, of course you're going to have questions. So just be mindful of that. So please be prepared for questions at the end. So let's get back to the fear of the unknown. Make sure you start out with your background, high level, how you ended up in the field, what you like about the field, why the field that you're currently in ties to the job that you applied for, what's exciting about this role that prompted you to apply for the role, what's exciting about that company, why you want to be at this company. That's to tell me a little bit about yourself. If you at least cover those items, that will set you apart from the candidate pool. So remember, researching the company, understanding the job description through and through, tying your experience to the job description, where it's more of a layered approach and is very intentional. So it's not about memorizing your answers, but memorizing it enough to understand what you want to cover in the conversation when they ask you, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why did you apply for this role? So that will help you turn the interview into a conversation and alleviate the fear around fear of the unknown. The last thing is about feeling unprepared. The unprepared piece is already covered in what I just said, right? So if you take the time to prepare for the interview, you then know or have a good idea what questions are going to be asked, and then you're prepared. The prepared piece also is around leaving the interview with giving them at least 1 or 2 questions. You mentioned this. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? You mentioned that it's very important that the person does X, Y, and Z. Can you talk to me about what's the biggest challenge in this role from your vantage point? I'd like to know more. Trust me, you leave out of there with questions. You give them questions and they respond, and you can stitch together that you were paying attention. You're going to set yourself above the candidate pool. So that's all I have for today. I could go on and on about this, but I want to be as brief as I can. And then you'll see me again talking about more activities associated with interview prep and getting in front of it and minimizing that anxiety. So I hope you have a great and productive day. And if you have any questions or concerns, you want to look into getting a first-class resume, you need help around career strategy, career coaching, please reach out to SelinaWareConsulting.com. You have a great day. Bye-bye.